The courtroom erupted into chaos as Judge Judy Sheindlin's voice thundered through the air, her iconic gavel slamming down with a force that seemed to shake the very walls of the studio. "Enough, Senator Kennedy. I've heard enough of your excuses," she bellowed, her piercing gaze locking onto John Kennedy, the Louisiana senator known for his folksy charm and sharp wit. The live television audience held its breath, phones already buzzing with the viral potential of this unprecedented clash. What started as a routine segment on judicial reform had spiraled into a raw, emotional showdown, and no one, not the crew, not the viewers, not even John himself, could have predicted the cold, calculated response that would soon sweep across the globe. It all began innocently enough. John Kennedy, a man whose down-home demeanor masked a razor-sharp legal mind, had been invited to Judge Judy's show to discuss the state of the American justice system. Judy, a former family court judge turned television titan, was known for her no-nonsense approach, but she'd always respected Kennedy's intellect during their past encounters. This time, however, the topic hit too close to home. Kennedy had recently pushed a controversial bill that aimed to streamline court processes but included provisions that critics, including Judy, argued undermined the rights of ordinary citizens. As the cameras rolled, Judy grilled him relentlessly, her questions cutting deeper with every answer he gave. The tension was palpable, a storm brewing beneath the polished surface of live TV. For John, the confrontation stirred memories he'd buried long ago. As a young lawyer in rural Louisiana, he'd seen the justice system fail his own family. His younger sister, Claire, had been wrongfully evicted from her home due to a clerical error, and despite his best efforts, the courts moved too slowly to help her. She lost everything, her savings, her dignity, and eventually her will to fight, passing away from a broken heart, as John often put it in private. That pain fueled his career, driving him to enter politics with a promise to fix a system he blamed for her suffering. Yet here was Judge Judy, a woman he admired, accusing him of betraying that very mission. Her words stung. "You're playing politics with people's lives, John, and I won't stand for it." Judy's own fire came from a different place. Decades on the bench had hardened her, but they'd also given her a front-row seat to the struggles of everyday people, divorces, custody battles, and evictions that mirrored Claire's story. She'd built her reputation on protecting the vulnerable, and Kennedy's bill felt like a personal affront. As she leaned forward, her voice rising, she recounted cases she'd seen where delays cost families their homes, their children, their futures. "Do you know what it's like to look into a mother's eyes and tell her she's lost her kids because of bureaucracy?" she demanded, her tone cracking with emotion. The audience gasped, some tearing up, as the usually composed judge let her guard down. John, however, remained stoic. His face, framed by those familiar glasses, betrayed no emotion as he waited for Judy to finish. When she did, he leaned back in his chair, his voice steady but icy. "Judge, I respect you more than most," he began, his southern drawl deliberate, "but with all due respect, you don't know the half of it. I've lived this. I lost my sister to a system you think I'm trying to break. This bill ain't perfect, but it's a start to fix what broke her, and me." The words hung in the air, a quiet bomb that silenced the room. Judy froze, her gavel mid-air, as the weight of his revelation sank in. The live feed captured every second, and within minutes, clips of John's cold, heartfelt response were trending worldwide, sparking debates from Twitter to the nightly news. The aftermath was a whirlwind. Public opinion split. Some hailed John as a misunderstood hero, others condemned him as a politician dodging accountability. Judy, shaken by the exchange, retreated to her dressing room, replaying the moment in her mind. She'd struck a nerve, but had she gone too far? Meanwhile, John faced a barrage of calls from constituents and colleagues, each demanding he explain himself. The pressure mounted, and for the first time in years, he doubted his path. Late that night, alone in his office, he pulled out an old photo of Claire, her smile a painful reminder of why he'd entered this fight. Tears welled up, but he wiped them away, resolving to prove his intent. The turning point came when Judy, ever the pragmatist, reached out. She invited John back for a follow-up segment, not to fight, but to collaborate. The second episode was a masterclass in vulnerability. Judy admitted her initial anger stemmed from her own battles on the bench, while John opened up about Claire, his voice breaking as he described her final days. Together, they dissected the bill, line by line, proposing amendments to protect the vulnerable while speeding up justice. The audience watched, moved by their raw honesty, as two titans found common ground. The segment ended with a handshake, a rare moment of unity that left viewers in tears. In the weeks that followed, the amended bill gained traction, passing with bipartisan support, a testament to the power of their dialogue. John visited community centers, sharing Claire's story to inspire local advocacy, while Judy launched a foundation to support families navigating the courts. The viral moment that once threatened to divide them became a catalyst for change. As the credits rolled on a final special episode, Judy looked into the camera and said, "Sometimes, the loudest fights lead to the strongest fixes. Never stop believing in the power of a second chance." John nodded beside her, his cold response now a warm memory, proving that even the deepest wounds can heal through understanding and action. The message resonated worldwide. Compassion and collaboration can transform conflict into a force for good.